Upon his triumphant return, Connacht the Wolf had become Grand General of the armies of the Cathbruig, the conqueror of the Myrdred and the destroyer of the Trow. To the people, Connacht became a god given flesh. The Northmen, whom he had saved from the bitter nights of winter, became his devoted followers, pledging their lives to his name. Where he went, their swords followed. As the frosts of winter once again receded into warmer skies, the mighty walls of Landgrafen stood untouched by the hands of the dark. Grand General Connacht assembled the whole of the Cathbruig armies. He said that he planned to lead the Landgrafen army into the west to hunt down Moam and the remnants of his army, that until his evil was snuffed from the world, the Cathbruig would never know peace. On the eve of the army's departure from the city's gates, Connacht was summoned by the Emperor. He told Connacht that he wished to personally lead the army of Landgrafen into battle. Connacht, surprised at the Emperor's sudden change of mind, asked if his idea was a sound one. Myrdred stated that the bidding of the Emperor would be followed. Before Connacht could rebuke the advisor, Emperor Leitrim gently asked Connacht if he would let an old man lead his people to their greatest glory. Connacht could not bring himself to refuse his wishes. And so the host of Landgrafen marched from the city gates in high spirits. Not only were they commanded by the Grand General Connacht, but they were led by the Emperor himself. After merely a few days' travel, the mirth of the troops faded as they witnessed the destruction brought upon the Downs. What was once green farmland was now scarred and blackened lands, flattened by the weight of battling armies. Yet no bodies could be found. After many weeks of travel, they had entered the remains of Hellsford. It was then that they heard the thunder of footfalls and knew they had found the enemy.
As we start this mission, if we look off to the side, we can see groups of archers and warriors getting destroyed by Forgotten and Soulless. And remember the Smith's Forge? Yeah, it's doing the same thing where it's taking all of my veteran units and putting them in an unwinnable situation. So if you were a named unit and you are an archer or warrior, you're probably dead right now. Sorry. Now, there are some survivors, but not my veteran guys. My most veteran guys.
Over here.
My strategy for this level is to try to use my archers and dwarves as much as possible. I don't want to be using melee a whole lot. The reason for that is Corbeau did a mission of this, or a run-through of this mission, and he was very melee heavy on it. So unlike Children of Bahl'al, I'm doing this after I saw Corbeau's video. So I want to try to not do the same things he was doing. I want to show something a little different. But since this is the main video, this is the one you're probably going to see first, so there might be some overlap between the two. That can't be helped. Here come some ghouls. We haven't seen them in a long time. They die just as easily. Ghouls are so weak, it's just this amount of units, or melee units, just carves them up. And this is satisfying. Soulless not on some stupid hill I can't run up. They are just ripe for the murder. Yeah, I don't even think I need to heal anyone. Okay, for this next part I'm going to kind of abuse my knowledge of what's about to happen. Somewhere over here is a pile of satchels.
Over here.
And since I know what's about to happen here,
New units received.
what happens is we get some new units, and if you're quick on the draw with your dwarf... Yeah, dwarf fails. Well, you're trying to blow up all the Forgotten in that first strike. Oh.
Casualty.
Oh. Well, if your dwarf didn't fail, you would have blown up all the Forgotten, and then the dwarf could deal with the thrall himself. No, no, no. We only lost one berserk. That's not the worst thing that's ever happened. Okay. Slow things move up. Now what we could be doing is going west. That's where our main objective is. But Corbeau did that, so I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to go off to the side here by this cliff. If I can get my guys to go where I want. There we go. And melee units behind. So there's a lot of enemies in the center, and I want to set up a trap for them. Dwarves set up a fuse here. Okay, you guys guard. Now as I'm standing here, just south of here is where all of these guys were killed, and there's this group of Forgotten and Soulless still running around. Hopefully they don't see me. There's hopefully a little bit of luck there. Now, here we go. I'm going to take 4 berserks over. As it... Woo. Okay, they got close. They freaked me out. I would normally only take 1 unit up as a scout, but I'm going to need 4 for this, for reasons that you'll see. So when these units see you coming, instead of attacking, they try to flank you. Most of the group will try to flank me this way, but they're going to run into the cliff. Only 2 Forgotten end up going this way, and they can be quite easily dealt with. More Thrall come out of the ground, but they're not going to be a problem. Whoops, don't set it off early. Oh, great. Okay, not bad, not bad.
Casualty.
Who died? Ooh! No, 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 no! Why are you going
Casualty.
that? Okay, everyone back. I think I got all the Forgotten, which is what I was going for. Yeah. Then my dwarves can deal with these Thrall. Everyone will get out of the way. Now this is what myth is all about. Oh, come on, guys. That's this is what myth is all about. Dud cocktails? No. Blowing up lots of Thrall.
New units received.
Ooh, new units. What did we get? We got Myrdred. Hey, Myrdred. And we see Bahl'al, the target of this mission.
Got it.
Okay, let's get them to rejoin the group. A couple people need healing, but I'll get that in a minute. I want to get away from the area where there's that ton of Forgotten.
Over here. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, healing. You.
Yeah. Over here. Yes, please. Your order.
Okay, so up ahead there are some whites and a couple of Forgotten. Not a whole lot. It's not even really worth it to, not even worth it to try to dwarf them. It's best to just go up and kill them as soon as you can. they'll only be attacking single file.
Let's go. Let's go.
The whites are a bit of a worry, but I also have to keep my archers up. Like, see here, 4 forgotten. That's not anything to be worried about at all. Whoa, dwarves! What are you doing? Oh. Okay. Whoa! Sorry for slowing down there, just kind of force of habit. And there's no whites around. Really have to be watchful for whites. Okay, they're all dead. Nope, nope, a little more.
Step off. Out of the way. Stand clear.
See, like, Forgotten are quite dangerous, as you saw in some previous missions, like Children of Bahl'al, but when you've got massive groups like this against, you know, 1 or 2 Forgotten, they're not even worth mentioning, almost. Now we gotta clear out some whites. Turn my archers around so the whites can get close, and hopefully one-shot them. Since there are so many whites here, I'm trying to set up a white chain reaction. No. They get really close. Oh, they're just... Go away. Or they could just stand there and take it. That tree is in the worst position. I think that's good enough.
Over here. Let's go.
Okay. Archers stay this way. Dwarves go somewhere safe. So if they can keep the whites at bay while I do something else. You can see on the map there's a whole bunch of unarmored thrall here next to Bahl'al. Okay, I'll start getting my warriors close. And this is going to be Myrdred's thing. This is a dream duel. If Myrdred can navigate through all these guys. Out of the way. And everyone's healthy enough? Sure. Okay, Myrdred versus Bahl'al, round 1. That's not where I wanted him to be attacking. Bahl'al starts with the Volcano Dream.
Casualty.
Killing one of my warriors, that was annoying. I want him to try to be Volcano Dreaming Myrdred. The Volcano Dream in the manual says that it's supposed to be a ability of the Trow Priest. I guess they repurposed it for Bahl'al. But Myrdred counters with the Dispersal Dream. Whee!
Let's go.
Now, even though he's also got these Dispersal Dreams, Bahl'al is also quite capable. Yep. Bahl'al is quite capable at melee combat, so you don't want to get too close to him. Oh, I hope that does not bounce off to me. Yes, okay. Now we just try to hack him to death.
Casualty.
Bahl'al can do a ton of damage, but if Myrdred freezes him in place, all of my units can just start wailing on him.
Casualty.
It's still gonna take a couple casualties here, but
You. How do you have such power?
but we have defeated Bahl'al the Watcher.
For We won! For the Emperor!
The dream duel between Myrdred and Bahl'al had ended in the Watcher's defeat. Moam, having his forces smashed by the Cathbruig army, fled into the west.
Considering that the Watcher is the most powerful necromancer in existence, it's kind of appropriate that there are a lot of things in a combined state of being alive and dead at the same time. For example, the Watcher, not quite dead for good. There's more to be said about him. We lost a whole bunch of units at the beginning that were named, but notice how it says we didn't lose any archers, so maybe they're still alive, I don't know. All I know for sure is that I lost 5 berserks including Knockzone, 1 warrior, and 1 Heron Guard. Join me next time as Emperor Leitrim himself takes up his sword and leads us into battle.